Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. Want to do that through consistency and discipline. Today is Thursday, August the 1st, and I'm here to do the budget with me for Friday, beginning Friday, August the 2nd through August the 8th. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. Myself and my sweets are married. We got a whole bunch of kids. We're trying to figure out a way to combine our future, our family, and our finances so that the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact them in the future. So I was trying to move to a bi-weekly paycheck budget plan based on the fact that I get paid bi-weekly. And that's just not going to work out for me. So I am moving back to a weekly. I think I realized after one day that was probably not the best thing for me to do. So I'm going to move back to what I was doing before. I am now currently working through different Etsy shops to figure out which printables I want to use going forward, recognizing that the ones that I have for the budget with me binder that I got from Baddies and Budgets is great. It encompasses a lot every month that I do want to track, but there were some little nuances about them that were making it a little bit difficult just with the way that I plan. So with that, I'm on the search for different printables that I'll be working through. And with that change, I am going to build my own binder, basically. So I've got a hole punch for the A5. I've got a paper cutter, and I've got printer paper, although I wanted to wait until I finished my 20-pound weight paper, just the cheap paper, copy paper that I got from Walmart, but it is causing me fits, and I didn't realize I had OCD moments, but apparently I do. And one is around this paper and how it works with the pens and my erasable ink pens. So although I use erasable ink pens, I actually might move to using my whiteout again, because I like the way the paper looks better with using the whiteout versus using the eraser, because it looks a hot mess to me. Anyway, you guys didn't ask for all of that, but we're family, so sometimes you got to listen to your family ramble before we get to the point. Now here's the point. The point is we are here to do a budget with me for that week, and I did a recap or a budget check-in for the week of 7/26 through 8/1, and let me show you what happened. So I saw it on my monthly calendar. I just didn't pay as much attention as I should have. I'm going to move this money over, or as Saving Love Journey, I think it is, or Love Saving Journey. She calls it shmoney. So I went in during that budget check-in, and I looked at all of the numbers for July 26th through the 1st. But what I recognize is that I actually have on that particular budget that I covered Nelnet for the 5th, which really is supposed to be taken care of this week. So let's see how that changes things up here on the budget sheets that I'm using. So these budget sheets are from the Printable Plans. Is the one that I'm using currently or trying out. I'm going to scooch in. Yes, I did say it. Scooch. I'm going to scooch in. And this was the one that I covered on the last budget with me, like I said before. And I had the Nelnet here, and I had $82. And I said on there, that hasn't cleared yet, but I know it will. It's $81.55. It's on an auto draft, so I'm sure it's going to clear. So I counted that within the budget for this week, 7/26 through 8/1. And it really should have been for next week. So I went back in. After I uploaded the video that was already out there, I went back in, added a 0 here for the actual amount for that one. That changed my totals. So here I had as my actual $436 I was going to roll over, but it's actually $518 because that Nelnet is not going to clear until the 5th, and we'll be well into the the next week or this coming week's budget. So I wanted to go ahead and reconcile that and not have to continually look back here and wait for that amount to clear and then check it off. I just moved it to this coming week, the week that we're going to talk about, where it should have been all along. Now, if it was the August the 1st or August the 2nd, it was supposed to clear, I might have left it here, but we're talking August 5th, and this budget is actually over on August the 8th. So it felt better to be here. So I changed my rollover amount, and the plan now is for it to be $518. And we've got the nail net here. So I just wanted to make sure I covered that. If you saw it here, you're wondering why are you also putting it here, that's the reason. So we just moved it over. Now I'm going to look at rolling over $518. So I do want to show you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Look how messy that is. You see all of this? Just messy. So this week I may go on the hunt for some heavier weight paper, the paper kind of that the Baddies and Budgets binder was in, or sheets were in, because that handled the erasable marks a lot better. So we'll see what it all pans out to be. I'm not sure at this point, but we'll just move forward right now with this weekly budget. 8.2 to 8.8. Rollover amount I'm expecting is $518. Sinking fund, I pulled $169 out for, didn't I? I think I did. Yes, I pulled $116 out of the sinking fund that I have for property insurance, because that is due on the 4th, which falls into this particular time frame. So let me write here that that's due on the 4th. So for income, 518 and 169 equals $687. Okay. So property insurance is not paid for. Let me break down here. First, the amount that I'll be working with is $687. Slow down, Monique. The second thing, in the bill section, the only thing I had were 3 subscriptions and this property insurance that we just discussed. Since the property insurance is going to be paid for out of my Alley checking account, I moved the money over from the sinking fund into that Alley checking account, and I went ahead and paid that today. So that's been covered. That's why I consider it as a bill. That's why I actually show me pulling money from that sinking fund here to account for what this cost amount is here. That's a little bit different than how I'm handling my subscriptions. The subscriptions, the 3 subscriptions that we have coming out, Fubo is $100, Paramount is $12, and Spotify is going to be $15. But for these 3, I also have a sinking fund subscriptions, but these amounts are paid for by my Alley credit card, not my checking account, but the credit card. So I'm going to put just a CC here, so that reminds me that this is coming out on the credit card. When they charge on the credit card, I will do a cash unstuffing for those amounts. When I do cash unstuffing for the rest of the expenses that I use my Alley credit card for. So that's why I don't show these getting pulled out of the sinking fund the same way as the property insurance and putting it here. That's because these are paid for with a credit card. I do cash unstuffing every week for all of the expenses that come out of the credit card. So that's how I'm going to treat these subscriptions. Whereas property insurance is a little bit different. I don't pay for that out of a credit card. I pay for that out of my checking account. So I need to show that I'm pulling that money from the sinking fund and then show where that expense was paid for. So that's the difference between the two. All right. So for the total as far as bills is concerned, we're just going to put down that $169 for the planned amount. And then Monday Mini, I should have $60 available for that for this week. So that hasn't changed, and I don't have anything else that I'm going to contribute for savings. Although I will tell you that I did have $10 available as a credit in Upside. I did go ahead and cash that out and get that sent to my variable account. And my plan is to stuff that into my self-care binder. But I'll handle that probably in the next cash stuffing that I do. Not today's cash stuffing. So this is going to actually be a budget with me and a cash stuffing at the same time. Okay. All right. And then here are all the monies that I allotted for variable expenses. I'm not going to give anything to extra. I'm also not giving anything this time for bonus kids because we gave a little bit more that time so that my bonus son could get some sneakers for school. So we skipped those two. Everything else is just as we anticipated it. So for a total, it's $290 that I am going to be contributing to expenses. Where you see an asterisk, those are things that will be cash stuffed today. Where there isn't an asterisk, so for example, Corinne, she's going to get that money in cash on tomorrow. So that's how that breaks out. And then the nail net that we just talked about has been moved over here. So that's $82. All right, so total income is $687. Total bills is $169. Total expenses is $290. Total savings is $60. And total debt is $82. All right, so let's see what we got. 680, that's not right. 687, 169, 290, 60, 82. That should leave $86. So I should be under budget by $86. All right. Now, normally I would have done a meal planning. I don't have anything on that. We don't have a printable for that one yet. But I did find this printable. I don't know who it's from, though. I'll have to think about that, about posting that out. But I did find one for the cash envelope breakdown. So this is how the cash amounts are going to look as far as the money that we're going to cover and stuff today. So for groceries, I did $110, gas $30, home $30, dining $40, supplements $20, $10 for pets, $30 for myself, and then $60 for the Monday minis. I've got all my breakdowns over here. So we're going to have 10 fives. So this is a little bit different because usually the one that I was using before started with the larger number and then went to the smaller. This form starts with the smaller denomination and goes up. So I've got 40 ones that I'll be looking to stuff. So that's $40. 10 fives, which equals 50. 2, 3, yep, 5 tens, which equals 50. 7 20s, which equals 140. And then $150 bill, which equals 50. When I added all of those up together, it was $330. So now we're going to add this going down and make sure that that is $330 as well. 110 plus 30, 30, 40, 20, 10, 30, 60. It's $330. So that's right. All right, awesome sauce. So that's the cash breakdown, and we'll talk about that in just a quick minute. And then I found it. So I was looking for a weekly check-in, something that I could actually keep track of my variable expenses and how much money I am rolling over week, and then adding to and then spending, etc. Because I did have that on the Baddies and Budgets form that I was using. And I found this one. This one was by Haroo, Haroo Plans is who has this together, and they have it every week on one page. So this will last for the whole month, basically, because it's week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be able to track all of the variable expenses that I have. And I did cut slits in this. So you might say, well, how are you going to do this, Monique? So the weekly check-in here is where you have each category. You have the budget amount that you're adding, how much you spend, and what's the balance. And that balance amount will be rolled over for the next week and go on. They also have another sheet. I don't know if I'm going to use this one, but I actually like it a lot. And it's where you can write here the date that you finalized or reconciled week 1, what that total budget was, what your total spend was, and the balance. And then for each category, you can keep track of as well as the budget. And then week 1, 2, 3. This feels like overkill, and I really don't think I'm going to use it. I like it, but I don't know that I'm going to use it. Now, remember I cut slits in all of mine. So what I'm going to do is once this week is over, I'm just going to pull it out. This is how I'm going to track weekly expenses. But when I move to the next weekly budget, I'm just going to stick it in, right? When I would move to week 2. And I'll just keep doing that along and along so that we'll track. And at the end of the month, I'll have all of my numbers right together. So that's the way I'm going to treat that. Here are the amounts that I have so far as rolling over. I'm rolling over 33 already in groceries, gas 55, home 6, dining 36, supplements or meds is 0, pets has 4, and extra has 55. So just going to fold this back like this, and then let's look and see what we have. So groceries is going to be 110 is how much I'm budgeting or adding to it. Gas 30, Home 30. Dining is 40. Supplements 20. Pets is 10. Extra, I'm not budgeting anything for that right now. And I'm not going to track what I give to myself. Monique is the only one that's not accounted for over here. But I'm not going to track how I spend my money. How I spend my money is how I spend my money. Y'all ain't got to know how I'm spending my money. All right, so here's my cash breakdown. I'm going to pull this sheet out. And this is what I'm going to go by in order to do my stuffing. All right. So here's my money. I'm going to scooch on back out. I scooched in. Let's scooch on out. And let's pull out the binder and let's get busy. So for groceries, I'm adding 110. That's going to be a 50. 2 5s. A 10. And 2 20s. Okay. It's gonna go here. Let's do this here. There's a 10 in here somewhere. There it is. All right, 50, 70, 90, 100, and then 2 5s was 110. Okay, that's right. So this should be 143, I think, altogether. 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 143. Let's make sure that that's right. 143. I had 33. 110 plus 33. Yes, that's right. 143. Next, we're adding 30 to gas, and that's going to be a 20 and a 10. And a 10. And I'm going to pull this out to make sure I'm not pulling too much money. Let me get back to my sheet. There you go. Alrighty, so I should have 85 here. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. There you go. I need both. I need the cash breakdown and I need to know what was in buffer so I make sure my totals look the way they should. So I'm adding 30 to home and that should make 36 altogether. And I'm going to get a 20, which I don't have. Yes, I do right here. 20 and 2 5s. And this should be 36, 20, 25, 30, 35. I forgot to pull out my ones. So this one needs to get pulled out for my savings or extra buffer. Did I have ones in anything else? I don't think I did. I did. For groceries, I did. And I left them in there. So we needed to pull those 3 ones too. Why y'all didn't tell me? All right, remember I got to pull my ones out. I forgot. All right, there you go. So now this one should be 140. This one should still be 85. This one is now 35 because I pulled that one. Dining has 36. I'm adding 40, which would normally be 76. I'm pulling this one out. So now we should have $75. So I'm pulling 2 20s. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. There you go. Okay. Scripts and Meds doesn't have anything, so I can't pull anything. And that one is going to have 2 10s. Okay. And I'm actually going to do 2 5s for pets. Now, y'all know with pets, I leave the ones in because Xerxes needs all the help that he can get. So I'm just going to add 2 5s. And that should be 14. Okay. We're good on that. I did not plan to add anything to savings, but I am going to put the extra ones that I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should bring me up to $60 now in extra. 20, 10, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. All right, so that's $60. We're good in that. Monique needs to get her money. I don't have my wallet pulled out, but I am getting a 20 and I am getting a 10. And I'm just going to sit this over to the side right there for me. So that should leave $60 for my Monday mini savings challenge. All right, y'all, listen, peer pressure works. We didn't bully. We just asked for what we wanted and felt like we needed to receive, and the Lord answered prayers. So somebody commented on one of my Monday minis on the Monday mini challenge and said they would have cheated. I can't remember who it was. She said she would have cheated and just taken the $2 or $3 to help May flowers, right? And I was like, you know what? That spoke to my soul. It spoke to my spirit. So I had a couple of extra dollars than or more in date night than I realized or had accounted for on my balance sheet. So I'm not even gonna say I borrowed. I took $2 out, and I'm adding them here. And I'm gonna save the stuffing this one until we do our Monday mini. But Mrs. P Budgets is done now because of a confirmation comment that I got from a follower, and we are all together in this journey. All right, so here we should have 40 ones, and we should have $20 in fives, and then we should have 40 ones, a total of 60. So these are my crispy ones. I am continuing to recycle these and just making sure I'm putting 5s or 10s into these mini challenges and getting my ones back, because I don't want to turn these in and then try and get another 40 or 50 ones from them and they give me the janky bills. I like having the non-janky bills. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. I thought some of them were sticking together. All right, so that is $40 in ones, $20 in fives. We'll stick these in here, and we're gonna have a joyous time finishing up that Mrs. P Budgets challenge and getting that one out the way and starting some new ones. All right, that is it for this video. We are done. We are good. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.